Hello, this is Bill, the Knee Pain Guru, and welcome to the monthly Comfort Zone member training. And today, let's go over, for those that are watching the replay, this is what comes with the purchase of your program, the Comfort Zone. You get one of these as part of the package. And what we do today, I'll share what we're going to do. It's going to be about 30 to 45 minutes. We're going to do a little bit of training on the program, common mistakes and challenges that members run into. And the idea is you avoid the mistakes and the challenges, or recognize that when you're in the challenges that it's normal. It's a normal part of the program. It's a normal part of getting out of knee pain. And understanding that is helpful in terms of moving you forward. Then we're going to offer a little more support. And then at the very end, we're going to do a live Q&A for any members that have them. Questions. And if you have a question, please raise your hand now so I know to call on you at the end. And how that's going to work is I will unmute you. I'll see your hand raised. I will call on you. I will unmute you. And then you can ask your questions. Exactly whatever you have going on. And I will address those to the best of my ability. So the goal, let's go on to the goal of what the Comfort Zone is. And the Comfort Zone is focused pretty much narrow in scope to only focus on your knee. We're only looking at the painful spots in your knee. And it's to begin getting relief in your knee through comfort. So to this point, you've been doing a lot of things that have been creating pain in your knee. Whatever you've been doing, exercise, physical therapy, doctor's suggestions, whatever that is, and it hasn't been working. You're stuck, you're frustrated. So let's try something different. Let's try something that focuses on comfort. And how can we begin to use and get behind your body's innate knowledge and intuition, its own power, its own ability to heal itself. And let's get behind that and begin to focus just on comfort as opposed to anything that hurts, anything that's painful. So by getting behind that innate knowledge, intuition, technology in your knee, we can get your knee and get your body to heal much faster. So that is the goal of the Comfort Zone. Begin getting relief in your knee through comfort. So now we're going to talk about 5 of the most common mistakes that members of the Comfort Zone run into. The first common mistake is looking for pain. Like, it's one of those things that sounds kind of silly. However, many members look for the knee to hurt, look for where it hurts. And unfortunately, if you look for where the knee hurts, we're not going to recognize where it doesn't hurt, where it's comfortable. Now, we look initially for where the knee hurts as a way to then begin to create comfort in that area of the knee, be it in the kneecap, inside the knee joint, outside the knee joint, above the knee joint, below the knee joint, back of the knee joint. And we're using that experience of pain to then go, got it, that hurts. Now we got to look to a place where the knee doesn't hurt. How can we create comfort in that area using one of those 11 stretches in the program? So the first of the 5 most common mistakes is strictly looking for pain. We're looking for an experience that's different, for something that doesn't feel like pain. And when we look for comfort, that can look kind of strange, unusual, not common. So we want to focus on looking for comfort instead of looking for pain. The second is going too fast. And what I'm talking about going too fast is that a lot of times we're looking for this experience to happen right quick, right now. Take the rotation. for instance. Rotate it to the right, rotate it to the left. And then a common response I get from members is, well, I don't feel a difference. Well, if we look at the speed at which we're rotating the lower part of the leg, what we're going to see, sense, feel, notice, understand, become aware of in the knee is not going to be felt when we're going very quickly, going slower, sometimes almost imperceptible, internally or externally. And what ends up happening is we begin to increase awareness and understanding of the rotation of the lower part of the leg and going in the direction that is more comfortable, less tight, less tender. And what's going to happen is that increased awareness is going to begin to open up that path of comfort that we're looking for to get your knee out of pain. The third most common mistake is using too much strength. So I'll have members that'll say, oh, I don't have the strength in my hands, or I get, I could rotate it one direction and then my arms get tired or they shake. And what ends up happening is they're using too much strength. When we look at creating comfort, we're only looking at getting the pressure off of a nerve the width of an eyelash. It's tiny, 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 tiny. So the amount of strength that needs to be used is just that, to hold up a nickel, the weight of a nickel on our middle finger. That's it. We don't need more strength than that in order to get the knee out of pain or begin to getting the knee comfortable. So as we go slower and we go more gentle, which is kind of combining 2 and 3, what we begin to become aware of is when the knee gets comfortable, when the pain starts reducing. I'm actually thinking of another point right now, which I want to add here. Pain gone all at once. So we're going too fast. So it's the 6 most common mistakes. We just changed that. 6 most common mistakes. So we're looking for pain, we're going too fast, we're using too much strength. And then the next is that we want the pain to be gone all at once. And absolutely, I don't blame you. But a lot of times there are nuances and distinctions that indicate that the pain is reducing. When we create comfort, comfort can be relative, which means if you have a pain level of a 7 and we create comfort or get the pressure off of the nerve to get the pain level down to a 5, well, relatively speaking, that's more comfortable. And as we continue to do that, day after day, multiple times per day, the pain is eventually going to be gone because you're reducing the pain and you're also teaching your nervous system how to relieve the pain on its own. You're training a different neurological response to the experience of discomfort in the knee. The next one is doing too much. Doing too much meaning, well, I'm doing modules 1 and modules 2 and modules 3 and like all 11 of those stretches every time the knee is in pain, which is not a bad thing. However, sometimes your knee may only need 2 or 3 of those stretches. That is going to make the biggest difference in the shortest period of time. It's difficult to say where your knee hurts or if the pain moves, because the pain can move and change based on your experience of comfort in the knee. And most likely, if you have knee pain, you're in this program, the pain has been building up over weeks, months, maybe even years, that we're beginning to undo those layers of tension that the body has been injury compensation, tension, trauma, surgeries, all of those things have built up. So what we need to do is just do what is going to be most effective for the knee to get out of pain. And then the last one is testing the knee too quickly. A lot of times when the knee feels comfortable, it's like, wow, I want to go out and I want to hike, or I want to run, or I want to jog, or whatever that is, play golf, tennis. And we have to understand that we've just got the knee comfortable. The knee hasn't yet healed. And many members, what they do is the knee feels comfortable, and in the moment they go out and they start doing something that actually throws the knee back into pain. So we want to be very present to avoiding self-sabotage in the process. So those are the were 5, now 6 most common mistakes that members tend to make. So now I want to go to the 3 key steps to eliminating knee pain. There are 3 steps that I've identified over the past 20 years of eliminating. First, my own knee injury. I dislocated my left knee 4 times, had reconstructive surgery on the ligament in my left knee. And since then, I've pretty much been on a journey of self-discovery since then. First getting my knee out of pain, then starting to work with clients, and then I eventually moved this online about 10 years ago, where I've been helping clients ever since. So there's 3 key steps to eliminating knee pain. The first is physical, the second is diet, and the third is mindset. So on a physical level, when the body's in pain, the fastest way to get it out of pain is by creating comfort. Getting the pressure off of the nerves, it relaxes the tension in the knee. When the tension is relaxed in the knee, there's more space, which means there's more space for the nerve. So the nerve is less likely to be irritated. So that's on the first level. Now the comfort zone is actually working on that level. The comfort zone is working on a physical level where we're creating comfort in the knee. So that's the first step that you have going on right now. The second is diet. And what I'm talking about specifically is inflammation. So when there's pain in the knee, there's local inflammation in the knee. There's also global inflammation in the body as a result of being human and the food that we eat, the air that we drink, the water that we breathe, water that we drink, the air that we breathe, the food that we eat. What happens is that contributes to global inflammation in the body. What happens is when we have the inflammation in the knee and the inflammation in the body comes first. The brain, the organs come in a priority as far as healing. Your knees don't. So what happens is when there's lots of inflammation in the body, the ability of the body to heal the knee slows down because the brain, the organs, the heart, all of those things become a priority. So what we want to do is look at how we can reduce the inflammation both in the knee and in the body, and that speeds up the process by which the body is able to heal the knee. So that's the second step. And the third is mindset. The reality is getting out of knee pain is not going to be linear. You're going to have good days and bad days. And on the good days, we want to make sure that we're avoiding self-sabotage, doing the things that are going to throw the knee back into pain. And then on the bad days, when you wake up, the knee hurts, we want to go back to steps 1 and 2, which is creating comfort in the knee and reducing the inflammation in the body so the body moves through those bad days the fastest. So here are the factors for eliminating knee pain. I've identified 8 factors. The first one is water. Second one is nutrition. The third one is breathing. Fourth one is supplementation. Fifth is stretching, mobility, exercise, and mindset. And these all, they don't necessarily happen in this order, although they could. The point of it is we draw from these different areas, these 8 different areas, in terms of what does your body need in this moment, right now, to set up the conditions, to first create comfort, second to set up the conditions in your body so your body can heal your knees, and then keep your mindset in a good place so you don't self-sabotage the process. So these are the factors when working with clients to determine, well, what is going on? Are the stretches in the comfort zone working? Or do they stop working after a while because the body doesn't have enough water? Because the nervous system is an electrical system, and we're sending a different signal throughout the nervous system with these stretches. Maybe your body has too much inflammation in it. You're fighting inflammation, so no matter how many stretches we do to create comfort in the knee, your body doesn't have the resources to heal itself. Maybe you're holding your breath when you feel pain. You're not breathing. And that holding that breath creates tension in the physical structure, which reduces the space and irritates the nerves. So it could be a function of breathing. Could be a function of supplementation. Your body maybe needs some help with some different supplements that will allow it to let go or set up the conditions so it can heal itself better. So supplementation may be lacking. Maybe your body needs to be stretched a little bit, or just different parts of your body need to be stretched. Maybe just your calves, maybe your hamstrings, maybe your quads, maybe your lower back is tight. We don't know. Which leads into the mobility work. Number 6, like we use a mobility series to assess what is going on in your body to understand the larger tension pattern that's going on from your head to your feet, that we can use to support the release of these tension patterns so all the pressure doesn't go down into your knees. Exercise. A lot of programs start with exercise. Let's strengthen the muscles in the legs. And the reality of it is, if you have a painful tension pattern, essentially a dysfunctional tension pattern, to strengthen the legs with an already existing dysfunctional tension pattern just makes a stronger dysfunctional tension pattern. That's why so many people with arthritis or bone on bone, the doctors are saying, the physical therapists are saying, use it or lose it. But the more you use it, the more pain you're in. So what do? It's kind of a catch-22 situation. So exercise needs to be used very judiciously in small amounts in a way that provides feedback to the rest of these factors in terms of knowing how to proceed. So we can strengthen the legs, but in an intelligent way that doesn't put the body in more pain and more jeopardy in the process. And then the last one is mindset. Self-sabotage is a real thing. Going out and overdoing it is a real thing. I have worked with almost everyone that will get themselves out of pain, and then they will do stuff to put themselves right back into pain. And they will say, I knew it. I knew it beforehand, yet they still do it. So we have to look at mindset. And then we also have to look at the other side of the coin as far as the mindset goes, that it can be a real challenge. When you're in pain, you feel helpless. You feel hopeless. You can feel depressed. You can feel like giving up. And that is the time when we want to double down on comfort. We want to create more comfort. We want to set up the conditions in the body so the body can heal the knee. So those are the factors for eliminating knee pain. So at this point, you could be looking at things, whoa, that's a lot of stuff, Bill. And I maybe have run into some of those or all of those previously. It could look to be a little overwhelming and frustrating that you haven't had the help and support previously. And I'm here to share with you that you may need a little help and guidance along the way. And then I do provide that help and guidance beyond the comfort zone program. And I call it my Quit Your Quack Pain Relief Program. And in that program, you get access to a members area, which has several hundred videos that cover the entire body. So we're not just looking at the knee, like in the comfort zone, we're looking at the entire body from the toes all the way up to the feet. And in that, you get lifetime access to a private Facebook group. As a matter of fact, I just got off a call about an hour and a half ago with the members of that group, and we have where they ask questions, and I give them homework as to what they need to do to continue relieving the pain in their knee with all of those different factors that we were talking about: the water, the nutrition, breathing, supplementation, stretching, mobility, exercise, and mindset. So those questions are asked in that private Facebook group. We have 2 calls per week, 2 live broadcasts per week in that private Facebook group where members ask questions. If you can't show up for those calls, you just type in your questions and I answer them, and then you can watch the replay of that call for what I responded to. You get 4 months complimentary access to the virtual knee pain relief clinic. That is all of those videos that I was referring to in that members area of the website. And as a member of that comes that access to those videos comes with membership to another group I call Knee Club. And we have bi-weekly webinars. Very much like this, it's the same platform as this, and we have 2 calls every other week. So in a period of a month, you have 10 times, 10 different access points to speak with me about what you have going on with your knee. And I could help and guide and support you through that process. I just shared the link in a chat to everybody, and that you can go to that link, and that has access to learning more about the program as well as signing up for that program. So, okay, now we are on to the live Q&A. So if your hand is raised, I'm going to unmute you now. And I have Rizwan, I believe. Hello?
Hello, how are you, Bill?
Good, sir. How are you?
Yeah, I am a dentist from Pakistan.
Oh, well, great to have you in the program.
Yeah, same here. I have started your program. I have a small question, rather
Yes.
a query. Yeah, I have started with the stretches, and
Uh-huh.
now I'm starting to get a feeling that if it might be that these stretches are not enough. Maybe I'll have to sign up for the other program. Or do you think if I keep on with these stretches, will they be enough, or I'll have to join your other programs? I don't know.
Well,
I'm confused about that.
sure. Okay. Well, tell me what you're experiencing when you're doing that, and then let me know. I can give you an idea if it would be enough. Or,
It's exactly I'm having some good days and some bad days, but I
okay.
am starting it with a positive mindset.
Sure.
Today I have started taking more water today,
Okay.
and I think it will make a difference. So
Okay.
should I stick with this program, or I need to like sign in for your other programs as well?
Well, when you say you have good days and bad days, on the bad days, are you doing those stretches and do they relieve the discomfort?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit. It all started before I signed for your program. I
Uh-huh.
started doing some of the rotational stretches when I saw in your YouTube video.
Okay.
It really gave me a great relief. That's why I signed in for your program.
Okay.
Now in the morning I was not feeling good, but when I did those stretches at this time I am feeling comfortable.
Okay.
So
Great.
I think it's working for me.
Great. And on the days that you are the not so good days, uh, is the pain in the same area? Has it moved? Is it changing in any way?
No, basically, I am having more pain in the spot 1, which I have seen in
Okay.
your. More or less, this pain is not moving. I still
Okay.
have tenderness. Even if I have comfort in my knee, I still feel tenderness in that area.
Okay.
And I think maybe it's a placebo effect. Maybe it's the placebo effect of getting your treatment. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure about that.
Okay. I would spend more time with that stretch inside the leg below the knee.
Yeah, yeah.
And
It's
a lot
it's not really working for me.
right. Well, here, let me explain how we can get it to work for you a little better.
Right.
When I'm talking about a specific spot in that stretch to relieve the pain in this part of your knee inside below the knee, I'm talking about a spot like this, like at the end of my finger. But
Right.
in actuality, that spot could be as big as like a half a dollar, or maybe like
I
a
agree.
1 inch or 1.5 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
And that,
Exactly, it's the same.
sure. And what we could do is that spot is made up of a lot of different points.
Right.
So each one of those points you can begin working with to get that spot to start to shrink. Is
Yeah.
that is that making sense?
Yeah. Shall I do it at the same time or during the course of the day?
I would if you let can you see my finger here?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. So if you do this spot and that spot feels better, then you can go to this spot that's slightly lower than that
At
and
the
do
same
that
time.
at the very next one. And then you
Yeah.
can go to this one. And then you can go to this one. And then you can go to this one. And each time we're creating comfort in that area
Okay.
by creating comfort in the specific point that you're working with. And what that'll
Yeah.
do is that'll start to shrink that area because we're creating comfort over and over and over again. We're sending a different neurological signal throughout the knee, throughout the leg, and throughout the body that it can let go of that tension. And that big spot is made up of maybe hundreds or thousands of different points. It may take a little while, but if you work with, let's say, 10 or 20 points every morning and every evening, how much better is your knee going to feel over a period of a week or a month? That's a lot of
Yeah,
different. Is that making sense?
definitely it makes a sense. I
Now,
know, I know, I know about healing patterns of the body. I'm a
okay,
scientist myself, and
okay.
really your program fascinates me. And
Mhm.
uh, and I can like propagate your program over here in Pakistan as well, because I know lot many people who are suffering.
Nice. Yeah, good, great. Well, let me know how I can help.
Yeah,
That'd
of
be
course. Yeah, of course. So anything from my side, I am available. Any advice regarding your teeth, I am available.
okay. Perfect. That's fair.
Thank
We
you
got to
so
do
much, Bill. Thank you so much, Bill.
it. Now, does that help? Like, here's what I would suggest. You work with that one point, or that one area, and work on those different points for a week or so. And if you feel significant relief in your knee as a result of that, then the comfort zone may be the perfect program for you. If other things can unfold because the knee is connected to everything else in the body and you create comfort there, you become more aware of tension in your hips and lower back or your feet or your hamstrings, or there's other dynamics where you're getting stuck, then you may need the broader program in terms of more support on a consistent or regular basis. So let's try this first and see where that goes. And if that gets you where you want to be and you're happy, then I'm happy.
This is exactly what I wanted to know.
Perfect. Perfect. Any
Well,
other
Bill,
questions?
thank you so much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to mute you out. I thank you for participating, and I'll look forward to hearing how that works for you.
Okay. Okay, I'll definitely I'll definitely keep in touch.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you so much for Rizwan. That was a great question. And it does get confusing. It does get overwhelming. And that's part of what the other program is for, is to, you don't know. It like knee pain is just kind of, it could really cloud how we make decisions, frustration, confusion, and all that. So I want to thank Rizwan for sharing that. Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for this month. And for those that are watching the replay of this, because this is going to go out to everybody that signed up to watch this call, you can go to thekneepainguru.com. In the products section, there's the drop-down box, which has the Quit Your Quack program, that you can check that out for more information, as well as sign up for that program to move forward and get my support. The next call for the Quit Your Quack is going to be on Monday. It's going to be the 13th. So that's going to be on Monday, December 17th, as we move forward from here. So the date of this recording is December 13th. So in another 4 days will be the next call. Those are on every Monday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time and Thursday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. So that's when that information is. So this is Bill Paravano, the Knee Pain Guru, thanking you so much for being here. Have a wonderful day and wonderful, progress with the program. If you need any help, definitely reach out. Thank you so much. Have a great day.